Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Tell Me Why.
Once upon a time, in a deep and ancient forest, there lived a pair of crafty goblins.
The crafty goblins did everything together, until one day, when darkness overwhelmed the big wooden house in which they lived.
Blamed for the darkness, Brother Goblin was forced to leave the forest, while his sister had to stay behind.
Years later, they were finally reunited, and together, they decided to confront the darkness in the big wooden house.
Though they sought the help of their friends in the forest, they found that no one wanted to delve into the long-gone past.
This is how the goblins found themselves alone in the woods, trying to discover why darkness had submerged the big wooden house.
I don't like this.
Tomorrow we should play Compass and North Star in the woods.
Be sure to wear your hat then.
You be sure to wear your hat.
Aww.
All right, who wants ice cream?
Me!
Eat up.
That is a ton of ice cream. Oh, I don't like this.
Without a word, she went out and buried the tiara in the ground beneath the sapling. And as the final scoop of dirt fell, the tiara felt truly gone, and with it, the final link to her old self. She could only go forward and find a new place for herself in this world, where she was no longer truly a princess in a tiara and a beautiful gown, but a wan woman, alone in a deep and ancient wood. And that was how the princess lost her most precious treasure, and her title.
I don't like that story. There were no goblins, and it was depressing.
We won't read it again.
I love you, Mom.
Not me. Just kidding. Love you, Mom.
Mwah. I love you too. Sleep well and dream, my doves.
What is happening inside this woman's head? I don't like this.
Ollie? Ollie?
The ice cream's still out?
What a waste.
You can put it back in the freezer.
Alyson! Ollie! Alyson, help!
Oh. Damn. Oh, girl.
for help.
How does he have blood on his hands?
I killed Mom. I killed her.
God. She hasn't told anyone, and she's carried that for 10 years. Frick. God. See, they do have good memories in this house.
Hey. You doing all right?
I thought coming here would be closing a chapter of our lives, you know?
And instead, we've spun off a whole miserable prequel trilogy. Okay. No. We're not letting ourselves do this again. Come on, up. Mind-numbing labor's a great way to forget your troubles.
Can't we just have coffee instead?
No. On your feet, soldier. Let's take a break from packing and sort out the furniture. If we get enough done, I'll drive you into town and buy you a gallon of ice cream.
Mint chocolate chip, 2 gallons. Let's do this.
Trash? The whole room?
Goblin face is keep, $sign is donate or sell, and trash can is, well, trash. By the way, I cleared out most of the stuff from the bathroom this morning, but I left you the toilet.
How very generous of you. Everywhere I look, there's just stuff, and more stuff.
Marianne the Magpie.
I mean, there's not that much stuff. Okay, let me check. Because I think the princess's treasure was in here, but maybe I'm wrong. The bear and the princess. Princess makes new friends. Goblins trick the mad hunter. No, so her tiara story isn't in here, and they said she tore out pages. So, I could have sworn it was in here, though. Nope.
Hello, ancient broken down machines that will be the future owner's problem.
Just cart them off. If they don't work, just trash them. Play sticky note. Yeah. Trash. Exactly. Everything in here, trash.
We don't really want to keep anything in here, right?
You mean in the house?
Thanks for clearing out those cabinets.
Not my pleasure.
Oh, ew, ew, ew. Raven Sarah.
Oh, God. I can still taste it. Put it away. Ugh.
Raven Sarah. Some kind of herb?
Say ah. Ah.
I remember cutting off shaving cream beards with these.
Oh, yeah.
Huh. Trash, trash. The dress isn't in a bag.
What about that dresser?
If you want your towels to rot, go for it.
Maybe someone could clean it up? It's well made.
Your call.
Junkyard.
This is stuff like, you know, I would just put it up on Facebook. Be like, come and get it, it's free. Like, somebody could use that instead of throwing it in the trash and just having it sit there. What if we go upstairs?
And what do you know? More stuff. 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed. Hey, Tyler. How does 5 little monkeys go again? 5
Really?
little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell down and bumped his head.
Mama called the doctor. The doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed.
Huh? Where?
Will this ever stop feeling so weird?
So, you gonna come back down to help me, or what?
I'm doing stuff up here, man.
No more monkeys jumping on the bed.
Or out of a tree.
Don't say that. Mama's gonna be so mad you had to go to the hospital.
She worries way too much about what people think.
Everything okay up there?
Yeah. When's Mom coming
She'll
home?
be here soon. Is anyone hungry?
That wasn't Mom. That
I'm okay. Thank you.
was that Tessa?
You scared me to death when you fell out of that tree. I cried most of the way to Tessa's house.
It was kind of exciting going to the hospital, but the part after that with Marianne, that was less fun.
I remember
Seriously.
the look that Tessa gave her when she finally came home. If looks could kill, right?
Yeah. And Marianne was a mess.
Why would Tessa give her a dirty look?
Baloney.
For leaving them unsupervised?
Guess who I found? Baloney.
Alley Belly Baloney? Why, yes. I would love to have a tea party with you. Again. For the 3rd time today.
We should gather up all our old toys and...
Hey, did you finish packing upstairs?
No.
There's way too much junk to sort through.
But soft. What light through yonder... Oh, wait. It's just you.
Clever.
Tyler.
Clever. There's a paper plane stuck in the ceiling light.
Maybe it has a secret message from our past selves. Find something and knock it down.
I could use that ball.
What ball? Oh, I could hit Tyler instead? That's mean.
Okay, let's see if I can still do this.
$5 says you miss.
Got it. I have to come... Oh. Are you gonna read it?
Oh my god. Wow. This is unreal.
What is it?
Alyson's, big fat loser.
You're no better at insults than you were at 11.
Why mess with perfection?
Damn it, I wanted Tyler's response to we should give our toys to charity because I think that that would be an excellent idea. And I'm sure Tyler would agree, so it's fine. Congratulations, you found the map that will lead you on with no mishap. Follow my trails of twinkling stones and perchance you'll escape the unknown.
So long, trusty bunk beds.
Yeah. Dearest Ollie, how are you? I'm in the boathouse and everything is going very well. I'm writing this letter to formally invite you to my tea party. I will prepare tea and cookies and you can meet my dearest friend Baloney, who I know you will love. Please come this afternoon at 4 p.m. Kind regards, Alyson. Dear Alyson, thanks so much for the invitation. Everything is good here too. No beavers in sight though. I will be there at 4:15 because I need to make sure to feed the birds or Mom will go crazy. See you soon, Sir Ollie. Oh, they're keeping their dresser. That's cool. Donate that desk. To Ollie from Alyson. Others may not understand the laughs we have together and love we share for each other, but I know whatever happens, every goblin has a twin. I love you. Happy Siblings Day. Box keep. Trash. Trash boxes. Trash, trash, trash. This is cute. Alright, I guess that's it. Dump in cake. Ingredients. 1 can cherry, 1 crushed pineapple, 8 ounces chopped walnuts, crossed out by twins, chocolate chips for cake mix. 2 cups flour, sifted, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 cup white sugar, crossed out brown sugar, or a half cup birch syrup. Teaspoon of baking powder. 3/4 cup butter, note, cold, use margarine. In a 9 by 13 inch pan, mix cherries and pineapple.
Sorting. Fun stuff.
Sprinkle cake mix over pineapple and cherry mixer. Sprinkle walnuts over top. Walnuts crossed off. Drawing a chocolate bar instead. Bake in 350-degree oven for 35 to 40 minutes till golden brown. Every day, please, Mom. Upside down cake.
Ancient appliances, you are staying here. Although, that oven looks in okay enough shape.
No way. We are not moving the oven.
Yeah, the oven does not need to go with.
You hungry? We have a whole lot of nothing.
Aw, I was hoping maybe you could make me one of those pickle and ketchup sandwiches.
Ew. No pickles, ketchup maybe?
I'm sorry, sir. We are all out of pickles today. Could I interest you in a ketchup-only sandwich? Looks like there's still a bottle back here.
Ew.
Says the guy who used to eat peanut butter with ranch.
So good.
Ugh. Ugh, Tyler. Tyler.
Crummy table and wobbly chairs.
Yep, get rid of. I mean, if you can sell it.
We could make some pretty good money if we sell this. And I know I'd end up eating on the couch most of the time anyway.
Oh God, what's that smell?
Ooh, what's that smell? Ooh, what's that smell? Smells like delicious garbage. Ooh, yes, delicious indeed. Or could it be Stinky Pants Sam? Oh, Stinky Pants Sam!
Come on now. Sam got that smell getting a skunk out of our barn. Be nice.
A skunk? What did you do to her? Is she okay?
Sure is. She just went hunting for food and couldn't get back out. All she needed was a little nudge to get her on her way.
Sam Kansky, hero of skunk kind.
I remember being super impressed by him, and it made me want to be a wild animal superhero too.
Do we think Sam's the bear? The bear and the princess. Once upon a time, in the ancient and deep forest, the old bear stood on the bank of the river, swiping at salmon on their way to the spawning grounds. Just as he'd got his paw on a particularly fat one, he heard a woman shouting for help. He considered simply eating his salmon, but then she screamed again, and he lumbered over to investigate. After a short walk, he found the princess clinging to the top of the tree while a wolf snarled and snapped at the base of the tree. The old bear would normally not get in the middle of such a situation. After all, as a fellow predator, he understood the wolf's need to hunt. But when he saw the princess, he was struck by her beauty, and he knew he had to help. With a great roar, the bear heaved onto his hind legs, rising to his full height. The wolf snapped and snarled in his direction, but the bear roared again, and the wolf took into the trees, tail between his legs. The old bear fell back down onto all fours and stared up at the princess. She regarded him fearfully. "You can come down," he said. "How do I know you didn't save me just so you could eat me yourself?" asked the princess. "I suppose that is a fair question," admitted the old bear, "but I promise I won't eat you." The princess had no reason to trust the old bear, except that he had kind eyes, and so she slowly made her way down the tree. When she reached the ground, the bear only watched her, and so she supposed she was not going to be eaten today. "Thank you," she told the old bear. "Of course," he said. "Can I walk with you back to your home?" "Of course," said the princess. And so the princess and the old bear walked together through the forest back to the big wooden house. After that day, the princess would occasionally find gifts from the bear: a fresh-caught salmon, a handful of ripe berries, a newly bloomed bluebell. One spring, when a sudden thaw flooded the path out of the princess's home, the old bear was there, and she rode his back across the river. The old bear began to think that the princess should be his mate. After all, she had no mate, and she needed one, and he could keep her warm and provide her a much more suitable den, and catch fish for her and protect her from wolves. She, in turn, would brush out his fur and pick berries without smooshing half of them, and scratch that one part of his back he couldn't reach. And with how she took care of the goblins, she would be an excellent mother for his cubs. One day the old bear came with a ring of spruce and asked the princess to be his bride. "I'm sorry," said the princess. "You are a very good friend, and I appreciate all you've done for me, but I cannot marry you. You are a bear. I'm a princess. It would never work." The old bear was crushed. "Can we still be friends?" he asked. "We will always be friends," said the princess, "but I will never marry you." The old bear and the princess carried on their friendship, and after 1 year he tried again to ask her to be his bride, but once again she refused him. This happened 1 year later, and 1 year after that, and then finally the princess said, "Old bear, you are my dear friend, and I appreciate all you've done for me, but I would sooner have you left me to the wolves than marry you, and that is how it will always be. I have my hands full with the 2 goblins who live under my house, and they are all I need." That wounded the old bear deeply, but it was finally enough to stop his proposals. They remained friends, and he continued to give her gifts of fresh salmon and ripe berries and newly bloomed bluebells, but the old bear never again asked the princess to be his bride, much as he might have wanted to. And that is how the princess befriended the old bear and how she refused him. Yeah, Sam's the bear. He wanted me to clean the coffee table. This one? Looks, What? Wait, what happened here?
Ugh, gross stain is gross.
What happened?
Some unfortunate spillage that brought about the end of indoor tea parties. I hid the stain with my toys, forgetting that they would eventually be picked up.
Brilliant move, Ronan.
Well, I seem to recall a time you stole an egg, put it on the couch, and sat on it because you wanted a pet chicken.
We don't talk about that.
Uh-huh.
Well, at least I didn't leave a stain.
Oh, you guys. You should keep this couch. I love this couch. I love the bear stuff. You could, like, reupholster it. Somebody would want this. That is a sell. That you could... I don't even know. I don't know what to do with that. What's this?
That's a nice face.
I wonder if my horse figurine is still in there.
Your what?
You're what now?
You know, my blue toy horse. With the kind of melted face. The one you stole from me.
What? That never happened.
Yeah, it did. I won it at that little Halloween carnival they had at the school every year. You grabbed it and hid it in the pot. Then when I tried to get it back, you said there was a snake inside too.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on. I think I remember the snake part, but you didn't win that horse. I did. And you were crying because you hadn't won anything, so I gave it to you.
That makes no sense. Why would you hide it if you gave it to me?
Because kids are kids? I guess it's finally time to take these pictures down.
Yeah. Still deciding what to do with them.
I think they should keep some, but Alyson doesn't want them.
I don't think I do either.
You look cute here.
That's not me. I mean, it is, but...
But not really. I get it.
It's just weird. Seeing myself like that again. Damn. Didn't think a picture could throw me like this anymore.
Has therapy helped at all?
Oh, yeah, definitely. My therapist really heard me when I said I was a guy. And she helped me get ready for the reactions I'd get, you know? It's dealing with other people that's been way harder than figuring myself out. At the end of the day, being able to look in the mirror and see Tyler, that's made the biggest difference. Which is why I'm scheduling my top surgery as soon as we sell this house. No more putting a binder on every morning. God, that sounds fucking amazing.
Yeah, totally. And just so you know, I'll be there to help out when you do. Whatever you need.
Thanks.
All right. What's your verdict, Ronan?
You know what? I'll keep a few. To remind
Yeah.
us how far we've come.
Yeah. I think that's the right call. Yeah.
Oh man, I love this one.
Why do I look so pissed? I remember loving this.
Maybe because Marianne was sticking a camera in your face?
Come on, smile like Alyson.
Oh, are we gonna remember this one differently? Where is it?
Come on, honey, smile like Alyson.
Hold up your fish.
It's not my fish anymore. Alyson stole it.
My sister, the fish thief.
You were just being bratty.
Was I, though?
Yes. All I did was help clean it when we were out on the porch. Eddie had to force you to share.
So it wasn't his fish because she cleaned it? I could see why
Alyson,
that would.
I asked you to clean up the coffee table 3 times already.
Oops, I forgot.
Why can't Tyler do it? Now what am I remembering?
Steady now. Take your time.
He's not gonna jump up and do the cha-cha.
What about me? I want to clean the fish too. It's not even your fish. You didn't catch anything. Ugh. Only because you wouldn't stop talking and scared all the fish away.
Keep your eyes on what you're doing. Alyson, when we're done with this half, you can take over and do the other one. That sound fair?
Yes.
You're right. I was kind of being a brat.
Yeah.
All right, I'll clean it up.
Thanks. While you do that, I'll check out the furniture.
Why don't you just shove it all in the
I'm
trash?
guessing you want to keep the coffee table?
What about you?
If there's anything you want, speak now.
I'm not really planning on bringing furniture to Denali. And if I need a base in Juneau, you'll have all the furniture I need.
How very non-committal of you. All right, I'll keep it.
Yeah, I like it. It's got a goblin treasure card? Yes, it does.
I really like that armchair.
For your forest shack? You like the mold smell?
Maybe sit in it for a few minutes and see if you get used to the mold smell first.
On second thought, never mind.
Yeah, that's trash.
Another one for the landfill.
Okay, seriously, what is
Are you
this?
gonna keep doing that? Guess you are. And finally. I hate to say it, but the couches get a one-way ticket to the dump.
No
No!
protest here. I think I
No!
have permanent knee damage from a decade of bumping into the corner of those damn things.
Well, then that's it for the living room. You are relieved from your duties.
Not the bear couch.
Having fun, are we?
I'm gonna keep doing it as long as you have something to say.
This is getting utterly ridiculous. Hey, Alyson, come take a break with me.
You're just tired of the sound. Okay. Alright, I'll quit. Sell that. Something. Give it to somebody. Look at that. That is a work of art. You can reupholster it so it's not plaid. Although I'm sure somebody would like it.
Hey, clean freak. You want coffee?
What are you doing?
Starting the fire again?
Yeah, I'm gonna boil some water. You want something to drink?
It's not giving me the oh, choose coffee, choose tea. Well, I like
Earl
tea.
Grey or chai?
Your call. I'm fixing myself a good old cup of joe.
Ah, a nice pot of wakey juice.
Papa needs his rocket fuel.
I am so glad Eddie came through on the caffeine.
Shh, did you hear that?
The Ice King is sending us a warning.
Where? Where is it? Oh, here. Nope, I saw it. Or I thought I saw it. What the hell? Where is it? What the heck? Here we go.
For your punishment, said the Ice King, you shall be banished from the forest. And if you dare come back before the new moon, you shall feel my anger in your gut. Hear it in the wind. Whoosh!
Do you think the Ice King would really react that way? He may be intimidating, but he's always fair and never mean.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Maybe he tells the goblins to help the people they hurt instead?
Great idea, sweetie. Why don't we think about it at dinner? I'll put everything away for safekeeping while you go wash your hands.
Can you put them in the binder so they don't get stained?
Of course, love.
I still think my dark and twisty version was better.
We put so many hours into that book.
Yeah. Our binder was full of extra drawings and incomplete stories. I think they're all still in the kitchen drawer.
We should go take a look.
We should.
What's this doing down here?
Goblins
Is
are
that-
here.
Gum?
Probably.
Come check this out.
I guess that was probably me.
The big frog.
The big frog is an effervescent creature who tries to be kind, but is also a tireless gossip. The Ice King punished her once by telling her his deepest secret. If she ever tells anyone, she'll lose her voice forever.
Once upon a time, in an ancient and deep forest, there lived a big frog in a small pond. She was no ordinary frog, for she had been given the gift of speech when she saved the princess from the mad hunter. From the morning to the evening, she did everything the other frogs did, except that she knew how to speak. Everybody in the forest could hear her loud voice, and everybody was unhappy with that because she never stopped babbling. She babbled about the too hot sun and the too deep pond and the rain to come, and all the delicious flies she had eaten. Across the forest, all the creatures tolerated the endless noise, until one day they could not deal with it anymore. They asked the big frog to quiet down. "I can't," said the big frog. "This is what I do. Before the princess kissed me, I croaked all day long, and you all liked that I did. This is the same, except you can understand what I say, and now you find it irritating. But I can't change what I am, can I? Could you?" All the creatures agreed that she was right, and that it was rude of them to ask the big frog to stop doing what she had always done. So they returned to their own parts of the forest and let the big frog do what frogs have always done, jumping and talking some more about the too hot sun and the too deep pond, about the rain to come and the delicious flies they have eaten. And for a time it was all right, but in the forest word travels fast and everyone has a story to tell. The big frog, being who she was, gossiped and gossiped about everything she overheard. She told the bees that Old Bear had stolen her precious honey 2 years ago, and she told the beavers that the eagles had stolen their precious wood. She told the deer who had killed her fawn, and she told the tall spruce who had carved a cuss word into its bark. Once again, everyone in the forest asked the big frog to keep quiet, for now everyone had a grudge against everyone else. But once again, the big frog would not listen. "When I was just a frog, you never paid attention to me, and nobody helped me when the mad hunter hunted me for sport. This is only a right for a wrong, and I won't stop talking." The fuss went on, and the noise was so loud that the Ice King himself awoke and decided to see what was going on. "Silence!" bellowed the king, and even the big frog stopped babbling. Once the forest was quiet again, the Ice King patiently listened to what each and every animal of the forest had to say, until finally he made his mind. "Big Frog, you have abused the gift of speech, for you have only used it to get revenge. Despite knowing that words can be hurtful, you threw them around without caution, and you caused too much trouble." The big frog opened her mouth to protest, but the Ice King raised his finger before she could say another word. "Since you received the gift of speech for a good deed, I would not dare to take it away from you, so here is your punishment. I will tell you the biggest of my secrets. It is a secret so powerful and so dangerous that it will frighten you. But if you ever reveal it to anyone," the Ice King bent down and whispered such potent words in the big frog's ear that the poor creature started to tremble. "Now, go on about your business, all of you, and try to forget what the big frog told you, for you are all living in the forest and you have nowhere else to go." And this is how the big frog irritated the Ice King, and how she was punished.
Alyson's first drafts. Right. 'Cause I didn't contribute at all.
Come on. I know you did. can't believe she kept all these.
You'd think putting them on the fridge for a couple of weeks would have been enough.
You know how we thought of ourselves as the goblins? Did you ever get the sense that maybe Marianne was the princess in the stories?
Duh.
Yeah. She called her bedroom the princess's sanctum, and she was all alone in the woods, in this house, until we showed up.
She was. Alone, but with a few friends who helped her along the way.
What are you doing?
I already got the bear
Research.
and the pelican.
So, if Marianne was the princess, then who were all the rest?
And here we go.
Oh, come on. Humor me.
So I gotta figure out the moose.
The bear was the most helpful one.
This is
He was
Sam.
always around.
Stalking her?
What? No.
I mean, he was kinda always there, lurking.
I can't tell who these people are. Okay, that's Sam. And that must be Tessa. So we need to swap these two.
You go here. Pelican.
She was the most generous one.
Yeah, but there was always a catch.
And the moose.
Poor Moose. Really didn't do him justice.
Justice? Kind of ironic, huh?
Considering he was the lawful good one.
Too bad the law isn't really just. You done?
Alright. Where's the moose? Moose teaches the goblins. That's 55. Once upon a time, in a deep and ancient forest, the crafty goblins were hungry. This wasn't unusual. The goblins were always hungry, but today they were particularly hungry. They opened the wise princess's cupboards to look for a snack, but all she had was a small pile of nuts and berries and just one strip of dried fish. The goblins grabbed it all and gobbled it up, but they were still hungry. They went out into the woods to look for more to eat. First, they dropped by the small pond. The big frog was asleep, and beside the pond was a pile of insects she had caught for eating after she woke up. The goblins crept up to the pile, careful not to wake the big frog. As they got close, she ribbited loudly, and they froze. But the big frog kept sleeping, so they grabbed up the pile of insects and gobbled it up, but they were still hungry. As they crept back into the woods, they found the stalwart moose watching them. Did you just steal the big frog's food? The goblins tried not to look guilty, but failed. She said we could have them, they cried. Oh, really? Asked the moose. Let's ask her. So Moose woke up Big Frog and asked, Did you say the goblins could have your food? The big frog looked at the goblins, who she knew were always hungry, and nodded. Yes, I did. Really? Asked the moose, surprised. Frog nodded, and the moose sighed. All right, then, he said, and he had to let the goblins go. Their next stop was the river. They watched as Old Bear swiped at a leaping salmon, catching it deftly in his large paws. He lay it out upon a rock and left it to dry, lumbering into the woods to seek out some berries. The crafty goblins crept up to the rock, carefully, in case Old Bear returned. They reached the rocks and grabbed the salmon and gobbled it all up, but they were still hungry. As they crept back into the woods, the stalwart moose was once again waiting for them. Are you going to tell me Old Bear said you could have that? Yes, replied the goblins. Old Bear looked up at that moment, and Moose asked him, Did you leave that fish for the goblins? Old Bear looked at the goblins, who he knew were always hungry, and nodded. I did, he said. Really? Asked the moose. Really, said the Old Bear. After Moose left, Old Bear said to the goblins, Be sure to tell the princess I was kind to you, and don't steal my fish again. The goblins, still hungry, went out looking for one more meal. They crept up to the mangy muskrat's lodge and began to climb inside when they were dragged right back out. The stalwart moose dangled them by the seats of their pants and said, Now I know Mangy Muskrat didn't tell you you could eat his food because he blames you for his coat being ruined. Besides, he barely has enough for himself and doesn't share with anyone." The goblins began to protest, but he shook his head. He set the goblins down and said, "Come with me." The goblins followed the stalwart moose to a part of the river where it ran slow enough for them to walk into it safely. He gave them each a fishing line and said, "I'm going to teach you to fish, so that when you are hungry, you do not need to steal from the animals of the forest. It will be hard work, but it will be honest." The crafty goblins were not against working hard, they were just hungry, and so they listened to Moose and soon pulled wiggling fish out of the river. They ate them up, and finally they were no longer hungry. And that is how the moose came to teach the crafty goblins to fish.